In today's video, we're going to break down how much money we haven't made on YouTube so far. Good afternoon from Japan, everybody. My name is Trey. This channel is dedicated to entrepreneurship, personal finance, personal growth, business, stocks, investing, and all that kind of stuff. Most of my videos recently have been on stocks and investing, but I also will be sharing more about our financial journey as well as businesses that we've started here in Japan, things that have grown, things that have done well, things that have sucked. A lot of my really early videos in the channel's history talked about, how to get good at sucking and how to fail and how those things can help us learn and improve going into the future as well. So I wanted to do a little video kind of once a month or so, just a report card, giving you an idea of how our channel is growing. We haven't been monetized yet. So going into the future, hopefully these videos will be like, hey guys, look how much money we made on our YouTube business this month type thing. And if that's helpful for you, that's our greatest joy. That's what we want to do. I love looking at those kinds of videos. Some people who do that, their entire channel is devoted to helping you grow as a YouTuber, but a lot of people aren't. They're just like photography guys or, car guys or whatever. And when they share that kind of information, it's always been really fun, and it's one of those things that gets me motivated to kind of go out and do it more. So hopefully these videos are motivation and encouragement for you too. So I wanted to break it up into 3 months, June, July, and August. It's the beginning of September at the moment right now, and then I'll share some of the overall statistics and figures for you as well. In June, I was doing a lot of content looking into like credit card companies and finance companies and things like that, but I also kind of dipped my toes into Japan-centered stuff. And I saw some really interesting results from that. It was kind of tricky because I did 2 big videos on life in Japan. One was why you shouldn't teach English in Japan, and one was basically me and my buddy working on our cars. And those got really good traction and a lot of views. Not a lot of view time totally, but I got a lot of subscribers from those videos, which was both encouraging but also frustrating to me because I know that in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be making a Japan-centric channel in the future at some point. We don't quite have enough traction or capability to do that quite yet. Hopefully it's coming in the coming months, but I wanted to throw those out there to kind of gauge what kind of potential we could have. We got a bunch of people who subbed and a bunch of people who commented and liked things. And then when I switched back to stocks and investing, they just didn't care. And they weren't clicking on the videos because they're like, dude, I just want Japan stuff. So doing that little experiment, I think kind of shot our channel in the foot temporarily. I think we've recovered since then and it's not a big deal. Probably also confused the algorithm, as a lot of people will say about showing YouTube like, this is what my niche is. Please distribute my videos to these types of people. Throwing in something totally in left field probably confused the algorithm there for a little bit. So looking at the numbers, we had about 1,200 views in June, almost 100 watch hours. We gained 19 subscriptions, a little over 11,000 impressions with a click-through rate of 7.2%, which you'll see goes down the bigger we get, which I think isn't surprising. A little over 800 unique viewers and an average view duration of 4.5 minutes. Additionally, looking at specifically what videos I made in June, some of those credit card videos, credit card company videos, started to gain me a little bit of viewership and a little bit of subs. But interestingly, the GE video that I did in May was one of the most viewed videos even in June and continues to be like viewed a lot, strangely. I don't know why everybody's so interested in GE. I'm thinking about doing a follow-up video on that. My presentation, our production, and also the way I do research has gotten a lot better since then. And I'm kind of embarrassed looking back on that video now. Every single video we make, try to add something new, try to improve something new every single video. And that way over the months, after 20, 30, 40, 50 videos, you can look back and be like, wow, I was terrible in that video. But you can look back and be like, I can remake that using the new information, the new news on GE, and hopefully make something even better that appeals to people even more. Going into July, we started to see kind of like a doubling start to happen in impressions and subscribers and views and things like that, which is what you want to start seeing on YouTube. It's nothing crazy yet, but seeing that is encouraging and it shows me that I'm kind of going in the right direction. As far as videos in specific go, we started to see more traction in the credit card company videos that we did in June. We also started to see some good traction from the Walmart, Target, and Microsoft videos. that we were putting out, those started to get more viewership as well as more subscribers too. Another focus I really wanted to get down in July was thumbnail composition and kind of having like a branding style to the channel so that you look at it and you immediately know this is one of Trey's videos. You don't have to like actually read anything or anything like that. Up until that point, my thumbnails were like a little bit like experimental, trying different things, putting like silly emojis and stuff like that. I still want to get better at thumbnails. My click-through rates kind of are, 6-7%. Right when I launch videos, sometimes we're going up as high as 20% and things like that. But generally, as YouTube distributes us to a wider audience, we see those numbers go down. Kind of recently, we're seeing kind of 6 or 7-ish% in September. Here are the numbers for July lined up against June. Views, 2,600. Watch time in hours, 230. So that's more than double June. Subs, we gained 40. Impressions, 24,000, more than double. Click-through rate, 7%. Unique viewers, 1,800. That's also more than double. And then the view duration also went up to 5 minutes and 14 seconds, which is also good to see. Moving on to August, we saw another doubling in a lot of the figures. We saw a lot of subscriber growth, a lot of views, and watch time jumped up significantly. My first Dropbox stock analysis video did really, really well for us. I think there's just a lot of people looking for Dropbox right now. And then I did a follow-up video to that, which did pretty well. And just before that, I did a stock analysis on an insurance company called Lemonade. That also seemed to do really well. I think the thumbnail was particularly catchy on that one. And one of the cool things I noticed was that a lot of people would watch the Dropbox or both Dropbox videos and then click over to the Lemonade video as well. I did another stock analysis on a company called Datadog, which I felt was like a pretty decent video. Turned out to be a company that I liked, and that video is doing well. But going back to GE, the video I mentioned that we made back in May, it's kind of like only doing a little bit better than that one. So it goes to show that putting together a video that's searchable, something like GE, like we did in May, it's still gaining views like all the time. And a lot of people, for some reason, are like looking at Datadogs or looking at Dropbox and then looking at my GE video, even though it's so old. And again, I'm like not super proud of the production quality or even the research quality that I put into that video, but it's still growing. It's still helping us grow the channel. Another really interesting thing I noticed is that here and there I'm trying to sprinkle in kind of like beginnery type videos like definitions on terms or news type videos. Hey, this is happening in the news. This thing's crazy. Maybe you should buy this stock, or this is what I'm gonna do type videos. And I think I'm not really big enough yet to be getting a lot of traction from those type of videos. If I had 100,000 subscribers and a lot of people cared about my opinion on different news things that are coming up, and I had a lot of like authority in finance and things like that, I think those videos would probably do better. I get a decent amount of views and a decent amount of watch time. Some of them get really good watch time actually, but I'm finding that those don't bring new people into the channel. They just kind of encourage the people that are already in the channel to keep watching our stuff. All that being said, I think the most fun and the most exciting thing that I'm experiencing on this journey as the channel grows is interaction with the community. When people leave comments, when they come to our Reddit page, or when people come up to me in person and ask me more about things, that's just really fun and really exciting. So I encourage you, if you're a smaller YouTuber, try to figure out ways to get that community going. Try to and get conversations going, because that's really the most fun and really the most exciting part. And if you're just watching this video as a viewer and you're not a YouTuber and you want to talk to me, please do that too, because that's super fun for me and it could be super fun for you too. Going into the numbers for August, up against June and July, we have a more than doubling again of views, up to 6,000. Watch time more than doubled, again up to 516 hours. Subs jumped tremendously. We gained 183 in August. Impressions more than doubled, almost tripled, up to 61,000. Though the click-through rate fell down a bit to 6.5%, which I think isn't a terrible number according to the research that I'm doing. What is your click-through rate like? I don't know if 6.5% is terrible or awesome or whatever. Sounds kind of like 5 to 6% is like pretty solid. Unique viewers more than doubled again to 3,700. And then the average view duration stayed about the same as last month at 5 minutes and 7 seconds. I did want to take a minute to look at the overall totals as well. So let's jump back into that. Looking at the current totals for the lifetime of the channel, more than 12,000 views, Almost 1,000 watch time hours, which is encouraging. That means I'm almost a quarter of the way to monetization. Up to 356 subscribers at the moment. 110,000 impressions. 7% click-through rate. And 4 minutes and 42-second average view duration. So there you have it. That's our report card for this month. I'm looking forward to another doubling in September. I don't have anything magical up my sleeves. The point is to just keep making good stuff, keep connecting with the crowd, with the viewers, and keep making new friends. And hopefully we can keep growing. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I want to be doing more on entrepreneurship, more on business and mindset stuff in general, which I hope to be getting back into. And if you guys have any requests, if you guys have any thoughts or questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. If this video was helpful or encouraging for you, please hit the like button and subscribe to continue following our channel going into the future. One of the things that's also really exciting for me is seeing other small channels grow and do similar videos to this. So if you've done that, let me know in the comments section too. I want to learn how your channel's growing, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, and things like that. So looking forward to hearing more from you guys soon. Have a great one. I love you guys. See you soon.